Gents, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing okay. In today's video, I wanted to discuss the importance of being a man with a plan and not just allowing your life to take you wherever it goes, not allowing yourself to drift without intention behind the things that you do. A big error and a big flaw that I see within a lot of modern men today is that they just don't have strategy in anything and everything that they do. They live day to day, not knowing what's going to come, not knowing what they're going to end up doing. They just allow life to drag them left, right, and center. This is a big mistake, because your life isn't going to get better by chance. It's going to get better through organized and structured change. If you ran a business, you wouldn't just start out and say, F it, let's just see how it goes. No, you have everything organized. You have your costs laid out, you have your expenses laid out. If you're paying people to do particular jobs for you, you've got the wages organized. You've got running costs, you've got your bills arranged and structured, and you know exactly what's going to come. But yet somehow, when it's your own life and it's your fitness, it's your relationships, it's your finances, that goes out the window. And a lot of guys are living like this. There's no intentionality. There's no plan for the long term. It's this very much F it mindset. Oh well, it'll be what it'll be. Things will just happen. And don't get me wrong, in life sometimes it's good to flow. Sometimes it's good to allow things to take their natural course. But people have taken that ball and ran with it to the absolute extremities. We've got guys that are just crossing their fingers and hoping that their financial situation gets better. That's literally like banking on the weather to be exactly how you want it to be all the time. The wind is going to come. The weather is going to change. And you're not going to know when it's going to change. You're not going to know how it's going to change. But you know it's going to change. But just banking on hoping that things are going to get better financially is ridiculous. And a lot of guys don't take care and don't plan for the future. And then they wonder, when certain things come up in their life, why their situation's so bad. They wonder why their partner or girlfriend can't trust them with money. And she feels like she's not with a proper man. She feels like she's not with a man that she can really trust and respect, because he spends money like a child and he's never saved anything. He's never invested anything. And it's not to say you need to be Captain Serious, but your life isn't a joke at the same time. And if you think everything's going to be great by just vibes, by just allowing things to take shape, if you think you're going to have healthy finances, if you think you're going to have an abundance of money, if you think you're going to have the home of your dreams, just through allowing things to flow, you've got another thing coming. It's important to get serious about your finances. Start learning about credit. Start learning about which account is the best account to put your money in terms of a savings account or an emergency fund. It's time to start looking into good options for ISAs if you live in the UK. For you guys in the US, it's a little bit different. Are you going to go in a stocks and shares ISA? Are you going to try this? What return are you going to get on your money, rather than just having it sat there in a bank account and hoping for the best? A lot of guys are completely oblivious to the importance of planning, the importance of having something long-term in your head, having a long-term goal and a long-term plan as to how you are going to achieve that goal. Now, it's okay if you are oblivious to certain bits of information. After all, we learn things in our own time, you know. It's okay to be a beginner at something, but what's not okay is to be arrogant and choose not to learn something that will further the life and improve the life of yourself and maybe your future kids one day. Ultimately, although a lot of guys don't realize it, this mucking around and this lack of seriousness in this moment of your life with your finances, with your savings, with your investments, is harming future you and your future family. So you've got a responsibility to sort that out. You've also got a responsibility to ensure that if you're in a relationship, that you are trying to improve. You are trying to become a better partner, a better man. You're aiming towards marriage at some point. You're aiming towards kids at some point. Don't have an F it attitude. Don't be vibing. Allowing things to be. Neglecting important things. Avoiding important discussions because you're scared to be vulnerable. If right now you feel like you are with the woman that you want to spend your life with, you've got a responsibility to have those tough conversations. You've got a responsibility to put your cards on the table, be honest. Talk about your plans. Talk about what you see in the long term. Get that alignment going, because guys that avoid that stuff, guys that don't have a plan, guys that vibe their way in and out of relationships, end up doing more damage in the long term than they realize. There's so many instances where guys don't take their relationship seriously, and somewhere along the line a child becomes involved, and that situation becomes very serious. But as it turns out, it wasn't the right match in the first place, and there were clear red flags on both sides maybe. And if sensible conversations had been had, and there had been a plan, there had been a structure, there had been some serious thought put into the relationship, a child's life wouldn't have been impacted. There are so many kids growing up without dads in the home. I can speak for this myself, right? My family setup. And it does do damage. Now, I've got a great relationship with my dad, I've got a great relationship with my family, but there are a lot of children out there that struggle because their parents, through no fault of their own, were not on the same page, and they weren't meant for each other. But a lot of fathers in that situation were lazy. A lot of fathers in that situation got into a relationship without being serious, got into a relationship without a serious long-term projection and plan and vision. A lot of guys didn't have those difficult conversations. A lot of guys didn't establish clear boundaries. A lot of guys didn't take things seriously enough. And it goes beyond yourself. This is the part of self-improvement that I think is missing. And it's a big part behind why I started this, why I started making these videos and talking about this. The word self-improvement obviously encapsulates the individual, right? You're looking to make your life better. And that's great. But when you go down that rabbit hole too much, you can get a bit lost, you can get a little bit selfish. What I want to make guys think about is the deeper stuff. The stuff that goes beyond the self. Obviously it involves you, but you've got to realize that your actions today affect other people tomorrow. If you don't do the necessary work, if you don't have a plan within these areas of your life, down the line, although you don't realize it today, down the line, it's going to affect the relationship you have with your wife. It's going to affect your children. Let's say you pay absolutely no attention to finances or investing and trying to grow your money. And you do that for a long time. Then you have kids, and then they grow up seeing your bad habits, your bad saving habits, your bad spending habits, and you pass that on to them. Today it's a laugh and a joke. Whatever. It'll be okay. It's all going to sort itself out. But tomorrow, no. You got to wake up. You got to stop just hoping things are going to be all right. You don't have to be Captain Serious all the time. You don't. You can have a laugh, have a giggle, have a good time, enjoy life. Enjoy spontaneous moments. Take time to relax. Take time to have fun. Take time to do weird, wacky, crazy things. Just enjoy your life, of course. But don't vibe your life away. Don't be so relaxed and have such a lack of strategy that down the line your negligence affects other people. Get your finances in order. If you're in a relationship, take it seriously. Take it seriously. Ideally, you're in a relationship because you really like that woman and you want that to be something long term. If you're not, what are you doing? What are you doing? The longer it goes on, you're running the risk of bad outcomes. Let's just say that. So get your money sorted. Be serious about your money. Be serious about your relationships. Your life's not a joke. Be serious about your physical training and being in shape and your diet and these sorts of things. Because if you're not, these habits are built over time. I've expressed this so many times on my channel. If you do something for a long time, it becomes ingrained in you. It becomes almost autonomous. Premier League footballers, they've taken thousands and thousands and thousands of shots in training, in games, in matches when they were younger. And the very best, your Harry Kanes, your Haalands, your Ronaldos, your Messis, you can't improve their technique. It's autonomous to them. Tactically, you can maybe get the best out of them. But their technique, their shooting habits, Messi with the way that he controls the ball so well, you're not going to get him to get better at that because it's been ingrained for a very, very long time. And it's the same with good and bad habits. It's very hard to shake off bad habits. If you're going to be without a plan financially and financially irresponsible for 10 years of your life or 15 years of your life, when you then have little ones and you then have a mortgage and you then have responsibilities, what makes you think everything's going to change? What makes you think it's all going to shake off? The same with your diet, the same with your training. If you don't train enough and you eat crap all the time, what makes you think that later on in life you're just going to be able to get in great shape? The truth is that the more time that passes without you having a plan, without you having some kind of strategy, the harder it is to change. But on the flip side, if today you start to get serious about your money and your savings, getting yourself an emergency fund, okay? 6 months of living expenses, so that if anything goes wrong in your life, you get sick, you lose your job, whatever, you're covered. Start thinking about which savings account. It's good to just have your cash in, get a return on your money, because obviously if your money's sat there year after year, it's not as valuable next year as it was this year. It's just going to depreciate through inflation. And then you got to think, okay, how can I get the most out of my investments? Well, maybe the S&P 500. For the last 80 years, it's generated, on average, every year, 12% returns. And again, this is not financial advice, YouTube, before you censor me. This is not financial advice, but what I'm saying is, it's good to research this stuff. It's good to dive a bit deeper into this world and start to take things seriously, because if you do this stuff over a long period of time, those habits are going to ingrain themselves. And where would you be? What would your life be if you invested seriously and saved seriously and looked after your money for 15 years? You'd have no debt, the house would be paid off, everything would be sorted. Maybe your kids would have a university fund, so they have a head start. But hey, most guys today, they just want to vibe. Most guys today just want to see what happens. Oh, let's just enjoy it. Let's just ride the wave. If you want to be a successful guy, that is a formula for chaos. Not even just failure, a formula for chaos. And your kids could inherit that. So be careful about the habits you have today. I don't want to be Captain Serious. I feel like I'm telling you off. But think a little bit further. Look a little bit deeper. Because it is that serious. There's an opportunity to become great and instill great habits and look after key areas of your life. Instill good behaviors and patterns within yourself and have a strategy and a plan. On the flip side, if you don't take this seriously now, there's every chance that you're going to take it even less seriously in 10 years' time. And that is where things start to go downhill. Look guys, if you took some value from this video, hit the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel for more from me. Comment your thoughts down below. As always, thank you for your time and attention, and I'll see you in the next one.